All rise. Order in the court. What happens when you combine elite length, relentless pressure, championship habits in the SEC Defensive Player of the Year? You get a legal defense team that shuts down offenses like they're cross-examining them on the witness stand. Welcome to Johnson, Joyce & Associates, South Carolina's defensive law firm. This 2025-2026 Gamecocks squad isn't just good defensively. They're first in the nation in field goal percentage defense at 33.5%, fourth in scoring defense, allowing 56 points per game, second in defensive efficiency. That's not defense, that's litigation. Now, before we break down how this unit became the most efficient defensive team in the country, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you never miss elite basketball breakdowns like this. Now, let's step into the courtroom, shall we? The lead attorney. Every elite defense needs a lead counsel. And for the South Carolina Gamecocks, that's none other than Raven Johnson, the 2026 SEC Defensive Player of the Year, Naismith National Defensive Player of the Year finalist, and repeat All-SEC Defensive Team selection. Johnson is an elite point-of-attack defender. She doesn't just guard, she dictates. Her lateral quickness, anticipation, and ability to navigate ball screens make her a nightmare for perimeter ball handlers. When she's on the floor, ranked opponents' field goal percentages drop. They saw their percentages drop from 42% to 38% just by her presence there on the court. Now that's suppression. Now she's averaged 1.6 steals per game, and almost all of those steals in SEC play have led directly to immediate transition points. Now that's what I call converting defense into sentencing. She also dramatically lowers opponent 3-point percentages as well, because what she does is she blows up actions early by basically top-locking shooters, fighting over stagger screens, and forcing offenses into late clock contested looks. She is the head of this firm, and she sets the tone. But no great attorney wins alone. You need a dominant interior presence. Enter the co-counsel, the enforcer, the interior enforcer, Joyce Edwards. Joyce isn't just part of the defense, she anchors it. A Naismith Defensive Player of the Year watch list member, Edwards ranks among the SEC in top 15 in blocks, averaging 1.1 per game, as well as steals, averaging 1.9 steals per game. And collectively, South Carolina as a whole averages 5.9 blocks per game, which ranks them 5th nationally. Now, she's a switchable defender at her size. She can hedge ball screens, recover on the roll, and protect the rim on the weak side help rotation. Now, what makes her elite is her instincts. She reads driving angles, she anticipates cross-court skip passes, she times shot contests without fouling. So in legal terms, she closes the case in the paint. Opponents aren't finishing efficiently at the rim either. They're forced into difficult high-arcing floaters or contested mid-range attempts. And when you combine Edwards with Medina Okot and Akot Makura, all possessing 6'4" to 6'8" wingspans, you get a front court that erases space. This is verticality at its finest. This is rim difference. And this is interior dominance. Now, here's where it gets strategic, because Johnson, Joyce, and Associates don't just run man-to-man defense. They've added a new wrinkle this season, the 1-3-1 zone, aka the surprise witness. That's right, Coach Don Staley has introduced a 1-3-1 zone this season, and it's changed everything for them. The 1-3-1 zone leverages length across the top line, wings who can stunt and recover, and a rim protector sitting on the baseline. Now, this alignment disrupts passing lanes, it forces cross-court lobs, it baits skip passes into steals, and it shrinks driving gaps. And with Johnson at the top and long athletes on the wings, the zone becomes a trap mechanism. Opponents hesitate, ball movement slows, shot clock shrink. Now, that's how you get 33.5 field goal defense. This wasn't just a tactical adjustment, it was a weapon. But elite defense isn't just scheme, it's identity. And that identity starts with none other than the Hall of Fame coach, Don Staley. Don Staley describes defense as a decision, not a tactic. A decision rooted in competitive fire and accountability. Her system is read and react, which means individual responsibility, small group communication, rotational trust, and early in the 2025-2026 season, Staley challenged her team for uncharacteristic defensive lapses. Now as we're approaching tournament time, they've matured into the most efficient field goal defense in the country. Now that's a testament not only to her great coaching, but South Carolina's culture and their development. This year's unit is considered tighter and more efficient than last year's squad, and that's saying something. Now, let's talk about what happens when they face elite competition, because this law firm doesn't just win easy cases. No ma'am, no sir. They take on high-profile cases too. In 11 games against ranked opponents, they've allowed 64 points per game and 39% shooting. That's against elite offenses, mind you. That's not stat pad against mid-majors. That's high-level defensive execution against top-tier talent. And what have been the keys in that situation? Well, elite interior defense for one. Okot and Edwards, they pretty much wall off the paint. Perimeter lockdown defense. South Carolina allows just 27% from three-point range, which has them ranked nationally at number 11. That's discipline in closeouts, high hands, and no gambling out of structure. They finish possessions as well with their rebounding dominance. No second chance points, no extended trials. And of course they have versatility and depth. This team can switch 1 through 4, they can hedge, they can trap, and they can zone. And because of their depth, they can apply pressure for a full 40 minutes, just straight relentless. So, when you look at the 2025-2026 South Carolina Lady Gamecocks, you're not just looking at a great defensive team, you're looking at the nation's best field goal defense, a top 5 scoring defense, a top 2 efficiency unit, and an SEC Defensive Player of the Year running the perimeter, and of course a dominant interior anchor protecting the rim, and a Hall of Fame coach orchestrating the entire system. This is Johnson, this is Joyce, and this is the South Carolina Gamecocks. Johnson, Joyce, and Associates. And when offenses step into their courtroom, the verdict is usually the same: guilty of getting locked up. So if you've enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Is this Don Staley's best defensive team yet? And if you want more elite analysts, tournament previews, and deep dives into championship programs, I'll see you all in the next one. Court adjourned.